Welcome to another episode of Mom Knows Ball, the NFL edition, which is really just the Jacksonville Jaguar edition. I'm Melinda King. Some folks call me Mom. And I have a different co-host today. My son, Crawford, son number one, Crawford. Welcome, Crawford, to the Mom Knows Ball podcast.
Thank you for having me, Mom. I'm really happy to be here. I don't want to do this too early, but I need to make a correction. Number one son, not son number one.
Oh, okay. We doing that.
Love you, Jordan.
Okay, we're doing that. Well, Crawford's been watching in the background, and we've been trying to figure out a time to get him on. And he also is a person that a lot of time provides us with the analytics for the show. So I am just really happy he's here. He's representing. Let's see what you got. You got UNT. He's
UNT.
graduate in the Mean Green, right?
Yeah, Mean Green. Went to a lot of games while I was there for sure.
I think he's being sarcastic. But anyway, so Crawford, just a little bit of background for the people who are listening and watching around, kind of your love of football, love of sports. How did all that start? Like, share.
Okay. Yeah. Well, early on, I think probably the most common thing I felt like growing up was that Jordan and we were super competitive. I mean, pretty much in everything we did. I mean, even if you look now, I said number one son, right? Even at 36 and 32, we're still going at it. And so it was a seamless transition when you guys really got us into organized sports to fuel that energy into football, basketball, baseball. And it didn't hurt in the background on Saturdays hearing Mom scream at the TV while Alabama was losing. The 90s to the early 2000s were not too good for the Roll Tide. But, she's a loyal fan, and I felt that fandom. And, it was later on in life where I really did start to watch sports. But as a kid, I think even more so, I was just interested in the concession stands, hot dogs and hamburgers. That was really my main thing. I think Jordan even for a year did ballet. He killed it in that, didn't he? Him in those tights, right?
So, he's taking a shot at Jordan. And I do have a photo of Jordan from his ballet era, which we might be able to share. Thank you, Crawford, for sharing that. I do want to give you a few tips. I don't want you to be nervous. It's not that much of a big deal. It is a big deal. Okay, so a few tips. Tip number one, do not make fun of Mom. Okay, that's me. Jordan spent most episodes making fun of me, my clothes, my hair, whatever. So don't make fun of Mom.
Got it.
Okay, got that?
Got that.
Do not do anything that's going to make me look bad. Just don't do anything that's going to make me look bad, all right? All right, and then final tip, I am the star of the show. So everything else, is easy, but you just need to remember those. Do you have them? They're very simple, Crawford.
I think it's pretty clear you're the boss. Your name's in the title, and I'm going to listen to you based on those rules. This is about Mom, not about Crawford and Jordan. So I got it.
He's got it. Okay, so it's a very simple lineup today. We're going to talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars. We're going to talk about, kind of our thoughts on changes that were made in the offseason, some of the changes, we controlled, some we didn't. We're going to talk about what we're really excited to see from our team. And we're going to also talk about, what scares us about the upcoming season. And then we're going to throw in just one sports related, but not specifically Jacksonville Jaguars story, and give our thoughts on that. We want to have a little balance. You got it, Crawford?
I got it. Sounds good.
Okay, so let's talk about off-season thoughts. Okay, so we, like I said, Crawford makes sure that we have all of our information here. I will say one of the things that I'm most excited about from a athletic and from just a leadership standpoint is Jordan Lewis coming back. Last season, he had 2 injuries. He's such a strong leader for us. And so I'm excited about having him back. I'm excited about having him on the field, off the field, and everything that he represents to the team. Of course, we're all excited about having Travis Hunter back. I mean, we really, with Travis Hunter and that group, we have a very, very deep secondary.
I agree.
And so, I mean, that's probably top of mind for every Jaguar fan, is having Travis back. And then I'm happy about the acquisition that we made from the Commanders, bringing in running back Chris Rodriguez. I mean, I was watching a podcast earlier about the Jaguars, and they just talked about how he just really strengthens our running game. Like, he takes a play that, should only be like 2 yards, and he turns it into 4 yards. So, in the draft, we didn't have a draft pick until the very end of the second round, so almost the third round. But I think, Crawford may have some thoughts on that. But like, those are the things in the offseason, a few of the things that I'm really excited to see how they evolve for the team. So, Crawford, what you got? Got?
I mean, I agree with the Jordan Lewis acquisition. Well, not acquisition, but ultimately him replacing Greg Newsome. We had Greg Newsome, and we traded for him last year, and he came in, and he was targeted a lot by opposing defenses. And ultimately, they were able to exploit him, even in the biggest game with the Bills. I mean, there were so many plays in that Bills game where it just felt like Greg Newsome couldn't do anything. And now we're replacing that guy who we let go with Travis Hunter. Heisman winner Travis Hunter. Feels like an upgrade to me. Coupled with Jordan Lewis at cornerback, I feel like we're going to be okay with cornerback. I like the fact that Cohen and Gladstone basically have said that Travis Hunter is going to spend a lot of his time at cornerback, and we're going to put him in where we have space and wide receiver, because we have a very deep wide receiver core. I mean, we got Brian Thomas Jr., Brenton Strange, Parker Washington. We've got a lot of guys out there, along with Jacoby Myers, who reports are in training camp. He's actually dropping the ball a lot, like literally. But, it's training camp. It's
training camp. And at the end of the day, the whole Travis Hunter productivity on offense versus defense, the decision is, it feels like they're saying he's going to play defense more.
He's going to play defense a lot more, because that's where just his intangibles are obvious. He's a ball hawk. So I like that, because no NFL player has ever been able to actually do it great on both sides, and so if that's even going to be a possibility, he needs to really focus on cornerback, and that's what everybody's been saying for a while. But I know when they drafted him, I think when he was having talks with other NFL teams, he was basically saying, look, I want to do both sides, and that was part of the selling point. I also love, like Mom said, Chris Rodriguez. I mean, that's just great. I mean, this guy is a beast. I mean, he just... you look at Travis Etienne, he was a good all-around balanced player. He could catch the ball. He could block a little bit. He could run. He had a little bit of vision. But this guy, Chris Rodriguez, I mean, he was second in the league last year with 4.1 yak yards. Now, granted, he didn't have as much wear and tear, but they've been saying in training camp, I mean, he's just a bruiser, and that's not what Travis Etienne is. And I think when Cohen and Gladstone and all of them came in last year, they really said, they were just like, we want to be a tough team. Travis Etienne, he's tough, but Chris Rodriguez, that boy is tough. I mean, he will bruise. And then, not to mention Basil Tootin, which reports on everybody is that he is just killing it in training camp. Chris Rodriguez, he's a little dinged up right now, and he's not really doing any one-on-ones right now. He's just on the side. But Basil Tootin, every practice, he's breaking one off, at least one every single practice. So I'm excited to see our running backs this year. It's going to be a good year.
We are all looking forward to, and that's a good segue into the next segment. What is it that we are looking forward to the most? What I am looking forward to the most is I am looking forward to Trevor just morphing into this quarterback that we know he has the ability to be. I mean, look, Trevor has made some big plays in games and won some games for us. And, I'm like, Trevor, okay, you are the man, but I'm going to need you to be the man in the big game. I'm going to need you to be strategic in that big game in terms of where that ball gets thrown to. I'm going to need you to be strategic in that big game regarding when you got to run, when you got to slide. I am ready for the Jacksonville Jaguars to go to the Super Bowl.
Wow. Okay.
And I think that Trevor Lawrence, he is our QB. I mean, he's the man, and he's got to be the man. So I'm looking for. I just think this is going to be Trevor's breakout year.
Yeah.
And Crawford, what about you? What is it that you are really looking forward to? And also, like I said, our defense. Our passing defense, I think, was like number 21st last year in the NFL.
Yeah, allowing like 200 yards.
Yeah, over 200 yards a game. We got to do better, and I think we will with the
Travis Hunter, Jordan Lewis.
Yes, all those people that we've just been talking about.
And then our 12th cousin.
Our 12th cousin.
What's his name?
Caleb Ranshaw.
Hey, man, I'm going to be calling you soon. I need some tickets. I mean, we look alike, right?
Yeah, I look alike. And, I forgot to mention this that I'm looking forward to. Every year, we just started it last year.
Yeah.
Okay, it's every year now. We're going to a Jacksonville Jaguar game as part of our vacation. It used to really be going to the Alabama games, but now I go to a lot of Alabama games by myself, and so Crawford, Jordan, and I go to a Jaguar game. And the Jaguar game we're going to go to this year, drum roll,
Cowboys
against the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas on December the 27th. So Jordan will already be home, so I don't have to pay for an extra airline ticket.
Yeah, there's her frugality coming in.
We don't have to pay for a hotel. All we got to do is pay for the ticket. So I forgot. That's the big thing I'm looking forward to. Anything else you're looking forward to, Crawford?
I'm looking forward to seeing how Ventrell Miller plays, replacing Devin Lloyd. A lot of people have been wondering, okay, how are we going to replace Devin Lloyd? He got 5 interceptions last year. He actually led the NFL with linebackers tied for 5 interceptions. And we got Ventrell Miller. A lot of people don't realize this, but Ventrell Miller, he played under 250 snaps last year and set an all-time record for with 1 interception, 2 forced fumbles. He missed only 2 tackles every time he played. 2 tackles the whole season. He missed 2 tackles. To me, that sounds like an upgrade in limited snaps. So I'm really looking forward to see how Ventrell Miller played. He's still in a rookie contract, so we're not even paying him that much. I'm looking forward to proving a lot of the pundits wrong, because everybody looks at us and says, what's different from 2017? What's different from 2022? I think ultimately what's really different when we really look at it is at the top. Liam Cohen, James Gladstone, and Hall of Famer Tony Boselli. I really think that they have built a culture in that locker room that's built on competition. That's the best player is going to play. And the best indicator of that is with the Walker Little and Cole Van Lannon thing. I mean, we were playing Cole Van Lannon a bunch of money. He got injured. We were playing Walker Little a bunch of money. Cole Van Lannon came in on a really cheap contract and just outplayed Walker Little to the point when Walker Little was ready to come back at offensive guard. They were like, no, man, Cole Van Lannon, I know we're not paying him a lot. We're probably paying him like $15, $20 million less, but he's playing better, Players see that, and they get engaged in the locker room. They get excited. They're like, all right, if I ball out, I'm gonna get paid. I'm gonna get play time, and it's gonna be better for me. And that's what players want. They don't want to think, okay, I get paid and I can just cruise through. So I'm really looking forward to this next year, really showing that we can have sustained success.
Oh, I love that. And it's good that you mentioned like the whole like that there's this competition, because I think a lot of times when guys come in and they're drafted high or they're acquired with this big contract, they think, oh, well, I'm clearly the starter every game. But they basically prove you've got to earn your spot every snap, so, okay.
I mean, even with letting go of Devin Lloyd and Travis Achan, I mean, they could see that there are people in the building that are just as capable, so I'm excited for this.
And again, we keep talking about our cousin Caleb Ransall. He got injured last year. Well, we coming to see you. You coming to Dallas. Come to Dallas. I'll cook a home cooked meal for you. No, I'll order a home cooked meal. Did you see my son laugh? Because it's like, that is not.
I do think ordering would be a better option.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I love you, though.
Okay. So now just one Jacksonville Jaguar story, and actually mine is not totally non-Jacksonville Jaguar. It's about Mercedes Lewis. He's 41 years old. He's the oldest tight end in the NFL, and he's like, I still want to play football. Last year he was on the practice squad for the Broncos. He's like, I am making myself have more skills so that I can do even more things for a team. So I love the story. I mean, 41 years old, still playing tight end.
That's crazy.
Which half of tight end is blockade. So I love, that's my story that I'm going to be watching the rest of the season. What about you, Crawford? Anything?
Well, before I get to that, I do want to talk about my biggest fear, because somehow that got skipped. And
I did skip your biggest fear.
Yeah. My biggest fear is about our offensive line. And it's really, there's one player that I'm really fearful about, and that's Cole Van Landen. I've talked about him already. He proved himself, got an amazing contract, but he's a little bit dinged up right now. He hasn't actually engaged in training camp yet. He's still just on the sidelines. And if the numbers when Cole Van Landen's in, as opposed to Walker Little, the disparity is obvious. So as long as we have Cole Van Landen in, I feel good.
But he's a little dinged up. That's what you're concerned about.
I'm a little bit concerned about that, especially considering the first quarter of our season is like crazy who we're playing. So, as long as Cole Van Landen's in, I feel like we're going to be okay. But just our offensive line in general, it's crazy to think that one player could make it. But this guy is a swing offensive lineman. He plays everywhere on the offensive line, and he plays good to great at every position. So that's sort of the X factor that probably casual fans wouldn't even think of that name, Cole Van Landen. But you'll be hearing him soon, I guarantee you.
Thank you, Crawford. I'm sorry that I got ahead of myself.
It's okay.
That's why you're here.
That's why I'm here.
That's why you're
keep
here.
you in line, right?
Keep me in line and make me look good.
Exactly.
Make me look good. So do you have a non-Jaguar? Even with the Mercedes Lewis story, Mercedes Lewis did end up, he got drafted initially by the Jaguars, so it's kind of.
I had to tell her, I was like, it's still a Jaguars thing, but it's okay. It's fair. I mean, we're gonna go back to the Buffalo Bills. I heard they got some new uniforms. And they look like high school uniforms. I think they got a new head coach. They got a new stadium now. They're trying to do something new. And, it was the PR backlash from it was absolutely horrible. I mean, people hated the uniforms. So Josh Allen actually had to get on the mic and be like, guys, give us some love. We'll definitely get y'all a visual of that.
Here it is. We're putting it up there right now.
Yeah.
And you let us know. What do you think? I mean, we always talk about look good, feel good, play good. Are you going to look good?
In high school uniforms? We'll see. We'll see.
We will see.
But when you got Josh Allen at the throne, I think everybody's feeling okay. But we'll see. Hopefully, they're not feeling good though.
Hey, you know what? We want them to play in those ugly uniforms. Yeah. Hey,
definitely.
don't listen to what we just said.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Those uniforms look great. Yes. So
Yes.
I think we have come to the end of another episode of Mom Knows Ball, the NFL Jacksonville Jaguar edition. Crawford! Hey! I'm trying to get my producers to come back in and
That would be nice.
and just welcome you
Yeah.
into the fold. You know, sometimes they're shy, they don't want to be on the camera or anything. So we'll see if they pop up. But next week we will have our preseason college football. We'll talk about the University of Alabama's football team and what we're looking forward to with them. And then we'll just go through the regular season like we always do. We have a Jaguar episode, we have an Alabama episode, and there's Tamara.
Tamara.
How did Crawford do, Tamara?
He did really good. There were a couple of moments that I just think were just really cute and endearing. Like when you left out Crawford. First of all, why'd you leave Crawford out like that, Melinda? He wanted to be the star of the show, I feel like.
It felt like Crawford was like checking me and I was like checking him for checking me. So that's what it was.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if he caught it, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to see if he caught it.
And hopefully you didn't feel like I was stepping on your toes, you know.
And you definitely didn't make me look bad. But anyway. But yes, so hey, subscribe, like, share, comment. We really appreciate your engagement. And everybody keeps telling us they want Girley to co-host. She's over there chilling. Girley, the new member of the Mom Knows Ball family, my dog who has taken over my life.
Well, I mean, how about we just put her on?
Yeah, we want Girley.
Hey, it's kind of like she heard us because she started moving when I said her name. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Okay, Girley.
Girley.
Okay, so here we go. Thank you again. I'm Mom. Tamara, do you know ball?
I know ball.
Crawford, do you know ball?
I know a little ball.
Girley, do you know ball? I'm Mom. And of course, I know ball. See you next time. Bye.